The history of my massage collection actually began in 1985 when I fell in love with massage, and I went on a hunt for almost 29 years. I wanted to search and find where our history was hidden. So I decided to stop into different antique stores and see if I can find where our history lies. And there is where I found anything that I could get my hands on that had the word massage. Some of the things that I found were massage tables, old massage chairs, body rollers, very old vibrators. I found postcards of sanitariums. I found cartoons in massage. I found massage in the movies. I found old dentistry postcards on the history of massage. I had to really hunt high and low, but I did find it. Vibrators are used for many different things. They were used for the face to get rid of wrinkles, to help with your hair, to strengthen it. They had vibrators that you hooked into the light sockets. People didn't have the money to go to hospitals back then, and so they would go to the local mercantile store and buy vibrators, and salesmen would come knocking on their door, and so they would buy the vibrators from the salesman. So people used these vibrators for their health. They used them on their babies. A lot of these vibrators in the United States were created in Racine, Wisconsin, and they had a whole city block building where they manufactured thousands of these vibrators every day, and then they were circulated with vibrator salesmen throughout the United States. The Dr. McKerrow blood circulator was the first hand-cranked vibrator that was created in the late 1800s, and they sold thousands of these in London, and then it spread throughout the United States and different countries. It was turned by the hand, and you could put it on your back or your arm or your leg to increase circulation and bring about health. Arnold vibrators were created around 1924, and a lot of women use these vibrators to increase the size of their breasts. You could order them from Sears catalogs in the early 1900s. They had many different types of vibrators that men and women could buy. Especially in the 1980s, when you asked people what their definition of a vibrator was used for, the first thing that a lot of people think of is sexuality. So I wanted to educate people that they were used for a lot more different things, and they were the mainstream that people used in their houses. So I want to teach lay people and massage students and therapists just about the value of vibrators and how it played a big, big part in massage in the late 1800s and early 1900s. Well, body rollers came before the vibrators, so of course they play a large part in discovering how people use different objects besides the hands to help heal their body. The body roller can break up adhesions like manual therapy with your hands. You have to roll it back and forth several times, kind of like kneading a pie. And so it elongates the fibers, muscle fibers of the body, and it increases circulation. The first body rollers were made of different types of wood, and then rubber was created. Then they would make little knobs using material. So they began to really explore the different types that they could make. Jade body rollers were created in China, and they were made to be used on your face, on your arms, on your legs. You could put them on the floor, and you could put your feet and your toes on the jade material and roll it back and forth. They made smaller ones so the women could use them to get rid of wrinkles, and mainly they used them on the face because they were into beauty. There were many different types of lubricants that were used on the body, made from different animals, lard and different skunk oils that they used, and all different kinds of stinky material that most people would never use on the body. Chamberlain's liniment was created in Des Moines, Iowa in the late 1800s, and it was used for many different things: lumbago, rheumatism, headaches, frostbite. A lot of the manufacturers put many different things on their bottle. So people would, oh, I have this ache and pain, I'll go ahead and buy that. There was a gentleman by the name of Fred Stetcher, and he started selling Pompeian massage cream. He passed away in 1915, and Otto Leopold, who worked in the back room and was also a salesman, inherited his store. He began a huge advertising campaign from late 1888 until 1931. Within a few years, he had over 10,000 little bottles that he sold a day. He also began to sell these to barbers, because back then barbers not only cut hair, but they did a lot of facials. So they would put their Pompeian cream ad in the window, and that told men that they could come in and get a great facial and use the Pompeian massage cream on their face. On my search through different antique stores, I came upon Ipana toothpaste ads that were created in the late 30s, and Ipana toothpaste ads said, brush your teeth with Ipana toothpaste and massage your gums. So it was a great find on the history of dentistry and massage. Hand tools that therapists and operators use today have been used for many, many years. We may find them in department stores and massage conventions, but they actually go way back to the 1800s when people created them to use in the home to help with aches and pains of the body. So they play a large role in the history of massage. Some of the hand tools that I found are the bongers that people have created in the past and still use today, hand tools that are made out of jade that you slip over your knuckles, back scratchers from the past. These are some of the different types of tools that are used from the past and used today. The evolution of the different places that massage was performed, we have to go way back in time, even to the 5th century, when people were worked on the floor on cold slabs made out of marble, and they also worked on people on mats and also laid on the grass to get massage. Then later on, we move into the history of massage couches that the doctors in the 18th century, these different couches and the first tables that were created were actually made out of horsehair. But the big proliferation of massage tables came about in the 1880s. A lot of medical doctors, of course, used them in the sanitariums and then in the hospitals. And they went from the wooden tables to metal tables to aluminum tables, and they kept getting lighter and lighter because they were so cumbersome and heavy for the therapist. So there's massage going on in every place in the world, which is wonderful. I'm waiting for it to be in the supermarket when I come around the corner, and I'm tired at the end of the evening and want a chair massage in the supermarket. So let's get going on that one. Massage machines were used in the 1880s. People could be hooked up to these different machines, and it increased the circulation and got rid of many different problems. Arm problems, again, low back, neck, upper back problems, fingers, legs, knees, all different problems that people had. The Zander machines, or massage machines, were created by Dr. Gustav Zander, who was a Swedish physician, and he owned the Medico-Mechanical Institute in Stockholm. They were very creative and inventive machines, and they worked on all different parts of the body when you sat in them. And sometimes two or three people could sit on one machine at the same time. So he was a very creative man, so I wanted to pay tribute to him in my massage collection. I think overall the history of the massage tools through time um, tells us that they're never going to go away. They were created thousands of years ago to help people get rid of the pain in their body, and they're still around today. And it's another form of positive touch therapy. And we owe a great tribute to the people who created all the different types of massage tools through time.